I'm Sarah Woodbury, and I'm here today to talk about my new book, Renegades in Time. This book is the 21st novel in the After Cilmeri series. So, if you have not started the series or you aren't quite up to Renegades in Time, just be warned, here be spoilers. So Renegades in Time takes place in 1297, so that's 15 years after the events of Footsteps in Time, which is the first book. In that time, we have lots of characters and lots of events. The big bad of this particular time period is King Philippe of France, who wants to impose his will on the rest of Europe. Particularly, for our purposes, for Renegades in Time, what in the modern world becomes the Netherlands or Belgium. They call it Flanders or Zeeland or Brabant in this period of time. Renegades in Time picks up right at the end of Legacy in Time. And if you recall in the previous book, David and Lili have just time traveled back into Carew Castle, having their helicopter been hijacked by a rogue group of Zeelanders, a paramilitary group that wants to impose their will on the medieval world. In particular, they don't like King Philippe of France, kind of either, and they object to his takeover of Flanders and Zeeland and Brabant, which occurs in 1297. So they want to come back and they want to make things different. If you think about the course of these last 21 books in the After Cilmeri series, you see how the arrival of the time travelers, David and Anna and Meg and all their family and friends, has changed the medieval world, mostly for the better. Freedom of religion, equality of men and women, great values, like this idea that David doesn't want to conquer the world. He actually wants to just change it, bring democracy, all these things. But what the Zeelanders kind of do is they bring in this idea that, there's going to be a limit to how much of that modern world can be brought in and not have some detrimental effect, like the modern weapons or being hijacked, because these people in Avalon in the modern world look at what is happening in the medieval world and the changes David had brought, and they're like, why did our people have to suffer when Wales is now independent? Yay! But Zeeland is not. Wales and England and Scotland and Ireland and Normandy and Gascony and Aquitaine all get to be part of the Confederated States of Britain. Why can't Belgium or Flanders be independent too? These are important questions to ask, and I really like looking at the history of the time and saying, and asking questions of it. Because I've changed the world, right? Hopefully for the better, but there's still more changes that could be made, and maybe sometimes those changes are not as helpful as others. So that's a lot of what we've been exploring in the After Cilmeri series over the last couple of books, is the unintended consequences. Sometimes the thing that you think is so great turns out to be not so great for some people. Renegades in Time releases on the 28th of February, 2025. It is available at all retailers worldwide in paperback and ebook, coming soon to audio.